Welcome to the Modern Mentor Show. I'm Ahmed, and let me ask you something important. What if I told you that most people looking for financial freedom are making it way too complicated than it needs to be? I discovered this habit 15 years ago in business, countless failures, and finally breaking through to freedom. And today, I want to share this one habit with you. Now, you might be thinking, here we go, another get-rich-quick video. I get it. I was skeptical too. But hear me out. In fact, for years, I chased all the wrong things. I bought the courses. I tried the side hustles. I followed the expert. But I was still broke, stuck, and struggling. What is fascinating is that according to researchers following hundreds of self-made millionaires, and among these self-made millionaires, there is one habit that shows up. It shows up over and over again. It's crazy, but it is just there. But here's the twist. It's not what most people think. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal these habits for you. The single habit that financial research shows is 4 times more likely to lead to millionaire status than any other factor. Why this habit works? Even if you're starting with nothing, how I personally used to transform from being financially stressed to financially free, and exactly how you can implement this today. Because you can, it's super easy, you can. This isn't about getting rich overnight. Now, trust me, there is nothing called getting rich overnight. Let me tell you a quick story about how I discovered this. A few years ago, I was sitting outside after I had my big business idea crashes and I had piles of bills that I have to pay. I was just like sitting there and I said like, what's the hell is going on? Why? I have done everything by book. But why is this happening to me? Why my bank account is screaming, hello, I'm nearly empty, what's going on? And at that moment, it was just like really hard. I had been in business for a decade. And at that point, despite working 60 plus hours a week, despite multiple ventures, despite doing everything right, I was still struggling. Can I share something personal with you? In that moment, I felt like a complete failure. The worst part, I was watching others with less talent, less education, less hustle, somehow passing me by financially. They are like living their best life. So what I was missing, what I was doing wrong, I started studying these people obsessively. Not the fake gurus you see on YouTube or somewhere else, but real, everyday people, your neighbors, the friends of your friends, the people who are actually making money, and what helped them achieve that financial freedom. And I noticed something strange. The financially free people weren't necessarily the smartest people, or the hardest working people, but they all shared one specific habit. Let me ask you, when you look at your financial situation right now, do you ever wonder if you're missing something? Do you ever wonder if you're missing something fundamental? If there is a piece of the puzzle that everyone seems to have, but you don't? Was there something missing? That's exactly how I felt until I discovered that one habit that separates the financially free from everyone else. Consistently investing a significant percentage of your income before you spend on anything else. That's it. I know it might be so simple. Yes, that's it. But wait, don't click away because there is much more to it. Stick to the end of the video if you really want to understand how this works. This isn't just to save more money. This is about a fundamental shift in how you view and handle every dollar that comes into your life. And that's the most important part, like how you handle money. The studies that followed hundreds of self-made millionaires have found that nearly half of them on the very first day they get paid. Not when it's convenient, not when they are comfortable, from day one. But how do you do this? And why it works so powerfully is what we're about to expose. You might be thinking, Ahmed, this isn't some big secret. Everyone's know they should save. And you know what? You're right. Ones know it, but less than 5% of Americans and 10% of Europeans, they actually invest. Can you imagine that? Even everyone's know that. Even we all know it, but why? 3 reasons most people fail at this. First, they save and invest after spending. They pay everyone else first and they save whatever's left over. But here's the truth. There is never anything left over. Second, they don't make it automatic. They rely on willpower. We rely on willpower and discipline, which frankly, none of us have enough, but that's how we are doing our life. This is the big one. They don't understand psychological shift that habits create. See, this isn't just about financial habit. It's an identity shift. In my last video, I talk about identity and how it defines your future. And this shift will help you strengthen your identity. When you consistently invest first, you are saying, I am an investor. You are saying, I am building wealth. That's how your brain will understand your actions. This identity shift changes everything. It changes how you view your money, opportunities, spending, work. Literally, your entire relationship with wealth will change. Look around your space right now. What do you see that's either pushing you towards your financial freedom or holding you back? Your environment either support this habit or undermine it. For years, I thought my financial stress meant I wasn't good enough. And probably many people think like that. My doubt meant I wasn't smart enough. My anxiety meant I should just give up. People, they tell you give up all the time. That's the easiest word you would hear from anyone. Hey, I'm doing a business. It will not work. Just give up. Oh, I want to go on vacation. I don't have money. Don't think about vacation. Just don't do anything. Everyone will put you down. That's the easiest thing they will say. You're not smart enough. You don't have it. You're not going to achieve anything. And you know what? All of them are wrong because I couldn't have been more wrong. I remember the exact moment I decided to bet everything on this one habit. Everything was against me. Economy, timing, resources. But that decision crystallized something that changed everything for me. I started with just 10% of my income. That was the best thing I could do at that moment. And it was automatically invested. I didn't need to log into my bank. It's just there and it will deduct 10% and it will go to an investment. On the very first day of each month, no matter what, it wasn't easy at first. I had to cut back. I had to say no to things. I had to make a tough decision. And it was the best decision I have ever made. But what shocked me was how quickly my mindset changed. Within just 3 months, I wasn't seeing that money as mine to spend anymore. It was already allocated to my future. It will be allocated to your future. Within 6 months, I had increased it by 15% just following one habit. And within 1 year, it was already 20%. And here's what's fascinating. My life didn't suffer. In fact, became more intentional relationship with money. It's about building my entire relationship with money because most of the people have a bad relationship with money. Now let's talk about why this one habit works. First, there is an obvious mathematical advantage for compound interest. When you consistently invest over time, your money doesn't just grow, it accelerates. Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world for a reason. Research in behavioral economics shows that humans are naturally wired for consumption, not for investment. Our brain prioritizes immediate reward over future benefits. It is literally built into our DNA from thousands of years of evolution. But this one habit, consistent, automatic, investing first, works because it bypasses that wiring. It removes the decision-making process that our primitive brain always gets wrong. That's why it's automatic. More importantly, it creates what psychologists call keystone habit. It's a keystone habit, a habit that automatically triggers other positive behaviors. You see, one habit triggers other positive behavior. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you prioritize investing, you naturally become more intentional with spending, make better career decisions, look for additional income opportunities, educate yourself about investment, and also associate with other wealth builders. So the study also continues that 65% have 3 or more income streams. They didn't happen by accident. It started with this one habit of prioritizing investing, which naturally led them to seek more ways to invest. Invest in 1, invest in 2, invest 3. Let's get practical. How do you implement these habits starting today? First, you need to make a decision. Decide your percentage. If you're just starting, begin with 10% of your income. If that feels impossible for you, maybe you can reduce it to 5%. What's important is to start. The exact number matters less than consistency. Set up automatic transfer to your investing account the day you get paid, not a week later, the same day. This is non-negotiable. Step number 3, choose simple investment initially. For beginners, low-cost index funds are ideal. As you learn more, you can diversify. Increase by 1% every 3 months. After 3 months, it's 6%, and like this. This gradual increase is barely noticeable in your budget, but compounds dramatically over time. Increase by 1% every month. This gradual increase is barely noticeable in your bank account and in your budget, but compounds dramatically over time. Step 5, create an investment-first environment. Remove spending triggers from your physical and digital spaces. Follow wealth builders on social media instead of lifestyle influencers. Track your investment weekly. You need to associate yourself with successful people, with wealth builders, if you really want to build consistent wealth. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Ahmed, I barely make enough to cover my bills. I have too much debt to invest right now. The market is too uncertain. I don't have enough. I don't know enough about investing. I hear you. These exactly were my thoughts too. But here's the truth. There is never a perfect time. There is never enough certainty. That's what you need to understand. The people who achieve financial freedom aren't the one who wait for the perfect timing and the perfect condition. They are the one who starts right away. So if you want to keep waiting for the perfect time, you are going to die while you're still waiting for the perfect time, and that perfect time will not show up. So if you're living paycheck by paycheck, start with just 2%, 3%. Even that small amount, build that habit. You need to be patient. You're not going to get rich quick, but over time, you are going to make it. So if you have high interest debt, paying down debt is investing in your future with a guaranteed return. If you're worried about market uncertainty, remember that time in the market beats timing the market. And if you don't know enough, start simple and learn as you go. The act of having the skin in the game will motivate you to learn like nothing else, because you are in, okay, I will have to learn. You start reading one book, watching one video, and things will just roll out and you will be doing great. And now the most important part of this entire video. This one habit of investing first isn't just about money. It's about your freedom. It's about having more options. It's about creating a life that financial stress doesn't dictate your choices. You understand? Looking back on my years in business, through financial losses, relationship strains, and countless failures, I now see that each struggle wasn't just preparing me. This habit of treating your future as non-negotiable. And here's my challenge to you. Right after this video, open the investment account if you don't have one. Set up the automatic transfer. Take your first step today. Take that first step today. Take it now. Don't wait until Monday or next month to apply this. If you like this video, subscribe to Modern Mentor Show for more insight on how to transform your life, wealth, and mindset. Because your financial freedom isn't just possible with one habit, it is inevitable. And your future is waiting for you on the other side of one brave decision you will make today. Thank you, and see you in the next week.